Give it up for the band that just played before me. Just so Life's Support. That's a fucking awesome name too. Jeff talked about something very interesting about people committing suicide, and I feel like that's something that gets put into a teenager. Like that's what happens. That you think those things when you're a teenager, and how throughout your whole adult life, that infectious thought can be present in your heart. And I noticed that there's quite a few things that can have that. You can have that infection deep inside of you for the rest of your life. And I noticed that there's one thing that I do to myself, and it's put myself through self-destructive situations. And I know that everyone else here does it too. We all do it subconsciously, and we do it for tangible things that we get in the moment. And mainly I'm talking about relationships. When we'll get in relationships knowing that it's not going to end well, we have no future with this person, yet we still are in them because of whatever we're getting at that certain moment. And it's not necessarily a bad thing in every relationship or in any situation, but you need to recognize that that's a habit, and that it's a habit we get into at a young age, and then it can escalate into our adult life. And that habit can lead to a lot of very destructive things, like the destruction of a marriage between a father and a mother, the destruction of the way that father and mother bond with their children. It can lead to the destruction of a life by its own hand. This poem's about that. It's called Pelican. Where did she go? Did I lose her in these orange clouds? And what's the antidote for the poison of a letdown? I'm sick and you infected me. Odd weather and disease. I'm at dis-ease in my own room. Call it a quarantine. Because I can't hold her, so I hold this satire. Of pretty skies from forest fires, and I'm waiting for the trees to fall and the planes to crash. I'm waiting for my heart to retire. But that's not going to happen unless the world snaps in pieces. You can't balance on broken beams, but I guess the wind has its reasons. Maybe it's for the birds' benefit, but they're flying away from it because they can sense the storm, and the storm's coming towards the pelicans. The eloquence of timber crashing sounds like violins when no one's actually listening. Much like this, we're missing the current tragedy that's happening. Everything is experience, so harvest it. The amazing and the hardship, sleep on hardwood or carpet because the bed clings the scent of the one I can't hold. So I hold this satire. Of pretty skies from forest fires, and I'm waiting for the trees to fall and the planes to crash. I'm waiting for my heart to retire. But I guess that can happen, and this could be a reminder of what's good and lost. Like a widow with 3 kids and a broken wristwatch. She can't turn back time to when it was on his arm. And so is she. She felt like queen, but royalty does get harmed. She didn't know that he was broken because he always put her first. Hoping it would fix itself, but fake it till you feel it doesn't always work. He was trapped, cornered, and he was his own enemy. Had hate for himself, but love for his wife and family. But it wasn't enough, and the pain overcomes. Rose painted room with the brush of a gun. And his son found him on the floor in the mess of the storm. It was a picture of deception in the frame of the door, and they can't hold him no more, so they hold this satire. Of pretty skies from forest fires, and they're waiting for the trees to fall and the planes to crash. They're waiting for their pain to return.